For this video, I'm checking out the Silver River Museum, located here in Silver Springs, Florida. So today I'm exploring the Silver River Museum located east of Ocala, Florida. And this is a pretty modest-sized museum. If you compare it to some of the local museums like the Appleton Art Museum or the Museum of Natural History in Gainesville, Florida, this is definitely pretty small in its current configuration after several expansions. It's not the biggest museum you'll ever see. One of the reasons for that is it's actually run by the Marion County school system, so you can tell it's got a dual purpose. It's when you walk in, you'll actually see a bunch of classrooms located on the left-hand side, and they use this for classes on the weekdays, and it's only open to the public on weekends. It's mostly just Saturdays, to be honest. I think they open briefly on Fridays as well, but most of the activities, if you want to be able to enter the property, you gotta wait till Saturday to do it. Now, the indoor museum is probably not worth a long drive by itself, but there are plenty of nearby attractions that can add to this experience, and then it probably would be worth making the drive. So the Silver River Museum is located right next to the Pioneer Village, and it's also included in the admission for the state park, and they are all encompassed in Silver Springs State Park. What's interesting about Silver River is there's actually multiple entrances to Silver Springs State Park, and so if you pay for the entrance fee on the one side of the park, you can actually go over to the other side of the park and go for a ride on the glass bottom boats, those type of things. Now keep in mind the boat ride is an upcharge attraction, but you can still walk around the other side of the park where the spring is. You can go over to the gift shop and restaurants and walk the nature trails and see where Sea Hunt was filmed and all kinds of different things. So Silver River by itself is probably not a great attraction, but once you combine it with all the surrounding attractions here at Silver Springs State Park, then it becomes pretty compelling for at least a day trip. So as you can see from this video, the focus of this museum is the environment of Florida. They talk a lot about the topographies and the Native Americans that lived here and all the different economic development as well when it comes to the forestry and steamships and transportation. So it is similar to the Natural History Museum in Gainesville, but this one focuses a little more on the development of the area instead of focusing on the ecological features of the terrain. As for admission price, there's no set admission price for Silver River. You actually have to pay at the gate to get into Silver Springs State Park. There is a donation jar at the front of the Silver River Museum, so they definitely appreciate it if you put a couple dollars in that jar. As for my bottom line on this particular attraction, I think it's about average. I mean, it's pretty much what I expected. It's fairly small because, like I said, the school system runs it. But if you're here to also see like the nature trails, the glass bottom boats, the Pioneer Village, then it's probably worth coming. Thanks for watching this episode of The Adventure Schmuck. If you enjoyed today's video, don't forget to like and subscribe. See everyone next week.